Okay. Well, are we ready to get started? Do some origami. Ms. Endo, thank you so much for joining us today. So I am going to say a little hello to everybody. My name is Melissa. I have a son who goes to Payne Elementary and another one that goes to MMS. Middle schooler. I tried really hard to keep him at Payne for as long as I could because I love seeing all these little faces looking back at me. So I am a parent volunteer with the Moreland Education Foundation. And how many of you guys like doing STEAM classes? How many of you guys missed STEAM this year? Yeah. One of the things we do is we do fundraisers to raise money for STEAM classes. And this year, since we can't be there on campus with you to talk to people, Miss Endo volunteered to help us do some fun STEAM activities that we could all enjoy together. So I am so excited to join this class today. And I'm pretty sure you guys are professionals at Zoom by now, aren't you? I bet you guys know where the chat is. Does everybody know where it is? And you know how to put your comments in? See, you guys have learned so many new things this year. So Miss Endo is going to teach the class, and then Miss Miwa and I are going to help her monitor the chat. So if you have some questions, you can pop them in there and we'll let Miss Endo know, okay? All right, I'm going to let you take over, Miss Endo. Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm Miss Endo. I teach 5th grade at Baker Elementary School. And I was just telling Melissa and Miwa that this is my 3rd year in 5th grade. And before that, I did 11 years in 2nd grade. And so I'm just going to do a few origami projects. I'm hoping to do at least 2. Maybe we'll have a little bit of time to do a 3rd one in there as well. And if we don't get to the 3rd one, I made a video that you can watch more than once if you have to make a fun game. So I'm Japanese American. And so my, let's see, great grandparents came from Japan. So my family has been here a long time, but I love Japanese culture. I've been to Japan a couple of times and I just love all their paper crafts. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we all have a square, because as you might know, when you make origami, a lot of times you start with a square, but you might not have a square paper at home. So those of you who are super prepared, you have origami paper, you're ready, you can just hang out and wait maybe for a couple of minutes. I'm going to show everybody how to make a square out of a piece of computer paper. All right. So I have here, I'm going to do it more than once. So I have here a couple of pieces of computer paper. So I just need one right now. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over like a triangle, like so. And when you do origami, you want to make sure you're being super precise. I want it to be exactly lined up, edge to edge. I want my corner to be super, super sharp. And then I press down like this. Now, if you are super fancy, you might have a special kind of like folding tool, but I often just use my fingernail. I like to really crease my folds. It makes them really clean and sharp. I've also used like a gift card or a credit card. As long as you ask your parents first, you can use that, all right? Okay, we're like halfway done with making a square. That was so fast, right? Okay, this is the final step to making a square. We're just gonna cut this top rectangle off right here along the top. So I'm gonna take my pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut across as straight as I can. If you have a paper cutter, you could totally measure and cut, but this is just as good for what we're doing today. Okay, and then if you want to make some super teeny tiny origami paper, you totally could fold even more squares out of this. like you can make something really, really small. So once again, I folded a triangle, then I'm just gonna cut that top part off like that. All right. So when you open these up, you'll see it's a pretty good square. All the sides are equal, right? Same thing for my big one. I'm seeing some really nice looking squares in the videos for those of you who are making your own. You'll have this line across, but that's totally okay because a lot of origami, you have to fold this anyways. And if you have an extra fold in there, no big deal. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure we all know how to do it. Okay, so once again, I have my regular size computer paper here. And I'm going to fold it like a triangle. And again, I'm going to be as precise as possible. I really want the edges to be lined up. I want the corner to be a sharp point. And then I'm gonna really crease it. I like to really press it in there. Okay, so then I'm going to cut this little rectangle off the top. All right. So now I have two squares, which is perfect. You'll be able to make a frog and a crane. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is really big for my camera. So I'm going to use some real origami paper, but I could save these for making something later. I have two different kinds of, it really doesn't matter, but usually origami paper has something like color or a pattern. And then on the other side, it's often white. So we can tell the difference between which side's the top and which side's the bottom. If you're using plain computer paper and you want to know the difference between the two sides, one thing that I like to do is I'll just take one side and then I'll take maybe like a crayon or a colored pencil, sometimes even a marker. I've got like a little blue highlighter here. And you can just like kind of scribble on one side. Then I'll know this side is the outside and then this side's the inside. Okay, so sometimes that's helpful for me. If you're pretty good at origami, then you'll be fine. You'll be able to tell which side is the inside and which side is the outside, okay? All right. We are gonna get started with the, I think, a little simpler project, and that's going to be the frog. So I have two versions right here. I like to make my origami projects twice because I know sometimes when you make it the first time, you're like, I did it, but how did I do it? So I'm going to do it twice so that you can remember, okay? But I'm gonna show one way, the simple way, and one like the trickier way. They're very similar, but I just wanna show you. So I'll just push down like this, and then they kind of hop. Same thing for this one, I push down the back. Oh, that one hopped right off the side of my desk. I'll have to go get that one later. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take a piece of origami paper like so, and I am going to fold it in half, and then I'll open it up again. I'm gonna start with the white side facing up like so. So I'm gonna, sorry, let me move this out of the way. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to fold it like this. Okay, and I'm gonna fold it again. So I wanna super precisely line it up very carefully. I always tell kids, don't do it in the air. I see some of you are doing it in the air right now. I know because you're holding it up for the camera. But it's really better and more precise to do it on a flat surface, and then you can show it to me later, okay? So I press down, and then I'm actually just going to open it up again. So I have this nice line down the middle. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to fold it again this way. So I'm going to make sure I am super precisely lining it up like so. But this time I'm going to leave it shut, okay? So I'm not going to open This one, I'm gonna leave it as is. Sometimes when you do origami, you make folds just to prepare. They're like to get ready for another step later. And so that's what this fold is for. It's kind of so we have a guideline for some folding we're going to do later. Okay.
Hi.
Oh, I hear someone was unmuted. Did someone have a question?
Can you read those steps?
These steps I just did? Yeah. I'll do it real quick because I just started. Okay, so I'll do it again. It kind of doesn't matter. You're gonna make this look kind of like a window, I guess. So I'm gonna fold it in half like this. Okay, the white's on the inside and the pink is on the outside. And then I'm going to open it up again. Then I'm gonna turn it a little bit, 90 degrees, so kind of to the other side. And then I'm going to fold it like that. And then I'm just going to leave it closed. So it'll look like you have a square on the top and a square on the bottom. Okay, are we ready? I'm gonna do the next step. Okay, now I'm gonna just look at this top square. I'm gonna fold it in a triangle, okay? So I'm gonna fold it like diagonally, like this. And sometimes the paper does not wanna behave. So I'll kind of stick my fingernail in there to get it to bend the way I want it to. And once again, I'm trying super carefully to line everything up and make sure it's nice and flat. You can hear my finger squeaking on the paper as I fold it. Okay. And as you can see, I'm kind of creasing it with my fingernail right here. Okay. All right, so I folded it like a triangle. All right. And then I'm going to open it again. Lots of preparation folds for this frog. And now I'm going to do it still on the top one, the opposite direction. So it's going to go down this way. Okay. So I'm going to take this top left corner and go down to the bottom right of that top square. And again, I want to make sure that it's really lined up carefully. I'm going to really crease it. Okay. So now I'm going to open it up again, and I have a X on the top, I guess. Okay. Now the directions that I've looked at say to do one thing, but I'm going to tell you my super secret trick for doing, I call a little bit of cheating. Okay. Now, normally what you're supposed to do is you folded it forward, and then you were supposed to fold it forward halfway like this. But this is my super secret trick, which you'll see when I do the crane. I'm going to flip it over to the other side. So it was going this way. Okay, I'm going to flip it over to the other side. And I'm going to fold it in half, the top square like that, down to that middle line. Remember that fold we made at the very beginning? I'm going to fold it to that line. Okay, so I just folded it backwards. If you didn't fold it backwards, it's not a big deal. This one is just like a tad bit easier, I think, to do the next step. Okay, so I'm going to fold it or turn it back over towards the front. Okay, so once again, I just folded it like this, and then I folded it towards me. Again, other triangle. Okay, then I flipped it over onto the other side, and then I folded it back like that. Okay, now I'm going to turn it back over. So it's this way again. Okay, and then you might have to do this. I kind of push the inside out towards the back. Okay, so as you can see, it looks a little bit like a bow tie. Okay, this is the reason why I do this. Okay, this is the way that it makes it easier. So I'm going to bring these two edges here. I'm going to bring them down. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of press it flat like that. Okay, I know these origami folds have official names. I actually don't know what they are, but if you are into origami, maybe you will know. And there's lots of origami on the internet that you can look up. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to show you once again. Okay, I folded it. Yeah, it looks like a house. That's true. And then I'm gonna fold it this way, okay?
Hello, Miss Endo.
Yes?
I was a little late, so I don't know what you were doing.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make this one again in a little bit. Can you wait until then? I hope that was a yes. Okay, so now I've got what someone said was a little house shape. It's true, it kind of looks like a house. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish making the body of the frog, okay? So right now it looks like a house. We're gonna make the house fall over to the side, okay? Fall over to the side. Okay, then I'm going to fold, I'm gonna kind of fold this bottom part, so underneath this top flap, I guess. I'm gonna fold it into the middle like that. Okay, and pretty much I'm just making like a skinnier frog body. Okay, so once again, I'm folding it underneath this flap, and I'm just gonna kind of fold it into the middle. It kind of doesn't matter where you fold it to. It doesn't have to be super precise because we're just making the frog body a little bit skinnier. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm gonna turn my house this way, okay? And then I'm going to, again, lift up this flap here for my roof. And then I'm gonna fold this into the middle. I kind of put them like next to each other, I guess, like that. Okay, I will do it all again from the beginning. This is what it used to look like. It was a house. Okay, I tip the house onto its side. I lift up this flap right here, and then I'm gonna fold this part kind of halfway. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna lift this up, this little flappy right here, and I'm gonna fold this into the middle. We're almost done, guys, with this frog. Almost done. Okay.
What I like about it is that it can jump.
Yeah, I love things that move. A little physics right there, right? Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're going to make the front legs of the frog. So now it looks like an arrow. Okay, an arrow pointing up. So these two little things right here are going to be the legs. So I'm just going to, there's no precise way. You can make the legs really close to the front of the head. You can make them kind of stick out to the side, but I'm gonna fold kind of up to make like a triangle shape right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I took the ends of my arrows and I just kind of folded them up. And they should be folded all the way to like this middle part of the triangle, all right? This is the bottom of the frog, by the way. So if you look right here, we're really almost done. That's what it looks like on the bottom. We're just kind of getting to that last part. Okay, so now it's time to make the springy part, and then your frog will be able to hop. I'm so excited. Okay, next, we're going to take this bottom long skinny. It's a little too long for a frog. So I'm going to fold this up in half like so. Oh, wait. I just realized I did it out of order. Let me redo this. This happens in class all the time, guys. I'm wrong. Okay, unfold these things. I was supposed to do that first. Okay, do you remember your house? This is a learning moment for Miss Endo. Okay, we were supposed to do that part first. Okay, sorry, that's my fault. We're gonna fold this up first and make a shorter house and then fold it into the side. Okay, I feel like I made two frogs and I think I made this mistake both times. And then I'm gonna fold it into the middle. Hopefully it's a little easier because you already have made that fold. Okay, there we go. You have a short arrow like that. I'll do that again. Okay, I'll do that again. I'm back to the house. Okay, I'm gonna fold this bottom square in half like,
Undo it.
and then I'm going to fold this part sideways. You could have a really long frog body, I guess, and just have a really big spring, but we're not gonna do that. Okay, and then fold this side in. Okay, sorry everyone. Putting the arms back up like so. Yay, Julia. Ramala, do you have a question?
So, can you repeat what you just said, because I for my internet was really unstable.
Okay, last time. Up like this. Fold it in half. And then we already made these folds. So hopefully you can do it again. And I think this is being recorded. So maybe if you miss it, maybe a link will be posted and you can watch it again later. Is that a thing? Okay, I see a thumbs up from Melissa. Okay, sorry. We're getting to the jumping part. Okay, now is the jumping part. We're gonna fold the whole like bottom half up like this. Okay, so I folded the whole thing up like this, and then I'm gonna fold it back down like that.
It looks like this frog is super flexible.
I bet it is. Okay, you're done. You did it. Okay, so now what I do is I just lift this here, okay, and then I'm gonna push down and then let my fingers slip off. You didn't jump very far. I'm gonna try that
I think
again.
you wanted to do a handstand instead.
Agreed. Oh, mine just did a flip. Did you see that? That was so exciting. I'll try it one more time. Flip.
I think he wants to go to bed now.
Okay, I was gonna do the frog with the bottom legs, but I think I should just do the crane. So I can also maybe have links to directions that also can be shared with everyone. I'll do that too. Okay. Things always take longer than I think they will online. Okay. I'm going to talk about how to make a crane. And actually, I can show you how to make the flapping crane and this one. These are very similar. There's just one different step. So I can show you how to make both of them.
The blue one looks longer.
What?
The blue one, the blue crane looks longer.
Yeah, this one is a flapping crane.
Oh my God.
This one's just a flat crane. Okay, are we ready? So once again, I have just a square to make a crane. This is like, if you learn one piece of origami, this is what you should know. There's a tradition in Japan that if you make 1,000 cranes, that you can make a wish that will come true. So those of you who are into origami, get ready to make 1,000 cranes. Okay, I'm gonna flip it so the white side's facing up. And we're gonna do a lot of similar folds to what we did before. So I'm gonna fold just like the frog. I'm gonna fold it like this. All right, super precisely. Okay, then I'm gonna open it up again. So now I've got my one line going here, and then I'm gonna turn it 90 degrees. So now my line is sideways, and I am going to fold it just like I did before. Okay, this time though, I will open it. So once again, white side facing up.
My friend, she once like mixed the crane and the frog. So like the feet were like the frog and the head was the crane.
That's very interesting.
Super weird.
Okay, so you should have like a window looking shape if you open it up all the way. And then I'm going to fold a triangle. So I'm going to turn it like this so that now it's like an X shape, I guess, right here. I'm going to fold this corner over to this corner like so. And see, I'm trying not to let any white show because I want it to be right on top. And I'm gonna take a look at my corners and make sure my corners are super sharp. All right, you might be thinking, Miss Endo, I know what you do next. You're gonna fold the other triangle. Yes, but no, we're also going to do that trick that I did last time, okay? So as you can see, I'm missing one line. That line is this line right here. I am going to flip this over so the colored side is facing up. And now, see how there's this fold going this way? I'm gonna have it going horizontally, and I'm gonna fold the missing last fourth fold with the white side facing out. Okay, if you end up doing all 4 folds with the colored part on the outside, it's totally fine. This is just my super secret trick to make it easier. I don't like folding things back and forth. I like them to be folded the right way the first time. Okay, and then I'm gonna open it up again. Okay, so now there should be 8 sections and you folded it 4 times. I'm gonna flip it back so the white side is facing up, okay. And then this is the thing I do, I kind of press down in the middle. Okay, now, this should be facing so that the, when you folded it backwards, there's these like arm looking parts, I guess you might call them. They're like gonna give you a hug virtually because we can't do it together. And so we're going to bring this corner down to the middle and this corner down to the middle at the bottom.
Can you redo that?
And then I'm gonna just kind of press it flat.
Can you redo that?
I will do it more than once. Okay, I'll do it again, okay? So once again, this is what it looks like. I've got these little arms coming out towards me, right? Arms this way, okay? So if it makes it easier, sometimes I do it this way too. I'll bring both arms down to the bottom. And then I just kind of take my hand and I press it flat along the top. Okay. How are we feeling so far? Do you want me to do it one more time or are we good?
We're good.
Oh, thank you. My class, and I feel like there's a couple people here from my class never says anything out loud. So it's really nice to hear voices of people. One more time. Okay, one more time. I'll do it one more time. Okay, so once again, I have these 2 corners and they're like arms reaching towards me. And I'm just gonna bring these 2 corners down to the bottom like that. Like they're touching your toes. And then I'm gonna take my hand and just kind of gently press it flat like that along the lines. So now you have a smaller square.
If you
Now-
if you take in yellow, it looks like a beak or something.
That's true, but mine's blue. Although there are birds with blue beaks. So
Yeah.
you can look that up.
I still can't really do it.
You still can't really do it? Okay. I would recommend maybe watching it again later. And if we have time, which we might, I could do it again. Okay. Okay. So you should have an open side and then a side that can't be opened at all. That's at the top, the open side's at the bottom. Okay. Okay. There should be a flap right here. Okay. A flap here on the side. I'm going to make this into a kite. So I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it so it lines up here with this middle line. All right. So I don't know if you can see, there's a line right here down the middle. I'm going to line it up with this side right here. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to fold it like this. And sometimes it doesn't like to fold. So I stick my finger and kind of smooth it out, I guess, like that. Okay. Again, I like to crease with my fingernails. Okay, you should.
Are we making the flapping one?
This is the beginning of both of them. Okay, so as you can see, there should still be a flap on the bottom, all right? And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So there should be 2 flaps here. I'm gonna take the this flap right here, the top flap, and I'm gonna fold it up so this bottom-ish side is lined up in the middle next to this one. Okay, so again, if your thing is not cooperating, then I will use my fingernail and make it work.
I already made the frog before, so I made 2, and then I gave them to my friend, and then she would play like a game. They would like hop on each other. It was really, she would be like attack, and they would jump on each other.
That is the fun thing about making more than one. They can interact. Okay, so now you have like a kite on this side. Slow down.
It kind of looks like an ice cream cone.
Another great observation. It does. Now I want to have some ice cream. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, exact same thing. So I'm going to make sure that this open part's on the bottom, and I'm going to just take the whole thing and flip it over. The open part's still on the bottom. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take this top flap, and I'm going to make this bottom part line up right here. So again, I like to kind of stick my fingernail in there, or my finger.
Which way do you turn it over?
You just flip it like a book. So like that. The open part should still be on the bottom. So just like that. Okay, open part still on the bottom. A lot of times kids will flip it, the wrong way, and then their kite won't line up. So it has to be the same kite on both sides. And as you can see, the white part is kind of showing through. So that's the open part. That also should be on the bottom. So if you are folding and you don't see the inside color very much, you might be folding the wrong way. Okay. So mine looks like this now. You can still see if I open it up, there's that open part, okay? Okay, same on both sides. And it still
Now it looks really like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now it really looks like an ice cream cone. I can kind of hold it like one.
Anytime with our teacher, we would say like, "Oh, that looks like an ice cream cone," and she would be like, "Why did you say that? Now I'm hungry."
Okay. Oh, Julie has double-sided origami paper. That's fancy. Okay. We are going to fold this top triangle down, kind of like where the top of this ice cream cone is. Okay. So I'm just going to fold it down like this. Like the ice cream's melting off of the cone. And then I'm going to open it up again. Okay. So once again, I just folded it where the triangle bottom is, or the top of the ice cream cone is. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing the other way, because we have to have an easy fold. Okay, you guys, we're coming up on one of the hardest parts. So if you have trouble with this, don't worry. A lot of people do, and I will do it more than once. All right. Okay, so I folded this back and forth. It's very easy to bend right there. Okay, we are going to open up the crane, and we're going to be making the wings and then also the legs. Okay, are we ready? First, I'm going to open the flaps. Okay, I want everyone to watch first and then do it. I am going to kind of turn it inside out. So I'm going to fold it up right here along this fold, like so. Okay. And then I like to kind of smooth it out. Okay. Then I like to start at the bottom and I press it back down along the exact same fold. Okay, see how it doesn't want to behave? I just stick my finger in there and kind of smooth it out. Okay, and then I'm gonna, oh, see, it doesn't want to behave again. I stick my finger in on this side too. Just kind of smooth it out. Okay, and I'm gonna just kind of press it flat like that. Okay, that right here is the wing. And then over here on the bottom is gonna be the legs. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. All right, hopefully you're all watching. I know that's what you guys always do, right? Follow the directions.
I didn't get that part.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it more than once. So see this fold right here? Sorry, let me start from right here. I open this up. See that fold we made right here at the bottom of the triangle? We're going to just take the very top layer. Okay, you can see the white inside right now. And then I'm gonna fold it along that line right there. So all the way to that line. This is tricky, all right? This is tricky. Don't get impatient with yourself.
When you don't put it like all the way down, right now, it looks like a boat.
Yeah. Some people, when they open it, they only open it to here, but no, you have to open it all the way up to that fold, okay? Then what I like to do is I like to fold the bottom part back down along the same fold that I already made. And I gotta stick my fingers inside because paper sometimes is
Like
not
a little boat.
okay. Yeah, I see some people have already done it. Maybe some of you are experts at making stuff or experts at origami already. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So if you see over on this side, I'm gonna open it up again. Okay, there's that fold. And I'm going to fold all the way up to that fold. Don't fold it only to here. That's not far enough, okay? You gotta go all the way up to that fold, all right? Now, I have my boat, as you guys have said, and I'm going to kind of press this part on the bottom down. I think that makes it a little bit easier to do the bottom first. And then I'm gonna kind of try to stick my fingers in there and smooth it down. It just doesn't want to behave. It wants to go the way it originally went. Okay. And those of you who are lost, don't worry. This is being recorded. It will be posted later. All right. Okay. I like to call these the legs, even though it's not going to be the legs. It's going to be the head and the tail, but it looks like legs. Okay. And then here are your wings. Okay. How are we feeling right now? Good? Confused? All right, it should be the same on both sides. Okay, so this part with the legs right here should be on the bottom. We're almost done, almost done. I'm gonna fold this bottom part to make a really skinny kite. So I'm gonna take this top layer right here, and then I'm going to fold it like a kite, but really, really skinny. Okay, so it's gonna be folded all the way to the bottom of the legs. Make sure that you do it on the side where it's separate like this, okay? Same thing on both sides. So I'm gonna, again, just take the top one. See, there's still some on the bottom here. I'm gonna take the top one and I'm going to fold it over like a really, really skinny kite. Okay. Now, you want to do this on the other side also, all right? And that's going to make a regular kite. Now, what if you want to make a flappy kite? All you have to do is only fold it on one side and leave the other side open like that. Okay? So if I want to make a flapping one like this one, I'll just leave it open. And then when I flip it over, I'm going to fold so I make a skinny half a kite on one side. That's the same side that I already folded. Okay. So this one is really skinny.
I'm still stuck on the boat.
You're still stuck on the boat part. It's pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky. I would say watch a video again and be patient with yourself. If this is your first time you're doing it, you have to like say you're
finished my square. I just finished folding my square.
okay. Okay, this is another kind of tricky part for kids that I've helped. But I have to say, I have done this before with kids who have finished second grade, and some of them have been like, this was easy. So I'm like, okay, it is possible. Okay, we're going to turn this inside out. Okay, we're gonna turn this part inside out. So this is how I do it. I open this up, okay, and then I fold this part flat like that. And then I close it again. Now, once again, the paper is not going to be happy going that way. So you might have to force it. I just kind of squish it. It doesn't matter if it looks that pretty on the inside because no one's going to see it. Okay. I just kind of mash it. All right, I'll do it again. Ready? So I've got my leg right here. I am going to open up right here between these two flaps, and then I'm going to push this up, and then I'm going to close it again. And you're just going to kind of have to smash it closed. Even I just kind of smash it closed. Okay. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Now, if you folded a kite like this, as you can see, I started out like this, and then I went like that on this side, and then on this side. So it's the same thing as this one. It's just going to be with two that are folded in like a kite instead of just one like I did here. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to open this up. This one's a little wider because I didn't fold it. I'm going to fold it up, and then just kind of, this one's a little happier to do that. I'm going to just smash it flat. Okay, just kind of smash it. Okay, if you're doing the flappy one, as you can see, this part that is smooth is going to be the tail. And this part that's right here is going to be the head. Okay, now I tell kids if you want to, you can just kind of fold it down like that and make a head. That's totally fine. The other thing you can do is, this is another one of those inside out things. So I'm going to press it flat, fold it down, and then smash it again. Okay, and this is done actually. Okay, this is paper, so it will rip. Okay, so you have to be gentle. I like to kind of warm the wings up if you're going to do the flappy kind by kind of like bending them a little first, bending them down a little bit. That seems to make them a little bit happier. Okay, you're going to put your fingers right here, kind of like where the bottom of the tail is. And you're going to hold the front right here and then pull. I kind of pull like that way, straight back. Okay. And then when you pull and push, it makes the wings go up and down. So cool. I love things that are made out of paper. I love that you just fold paper and then you can make this cool 3D thing. Okay. Now, I know for some of you it was too fast, but as I've been saying, don't worry. I think it's being recorded and you can watch it again, okay? There's also a ton of videos online, okay? Yeah, something else I do, if you can see right here, this part of the wing is getting pulled. So I kind of will, I'll kind of pull that out a little bit, and that kind of helps sometimes. Okay. Okay. How are we feeling? Was it supposed to end at 2:45? It's okay. Okay.
We put down for an hour just in case.
Yay. Okay, cool. Okay. I wanted to show you one more if we had time, but I don't know if we have time. So I'm going to put a link into the chat right now. And then I'll also show you this video, okay? And it's on YouTube. But what it is a sumo game. So can I share my screen? No, it's disabled.
Hold on and let me see.
It's not funny, Aaron.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not gonna show the whole thing right now, but this is another video that I made a while ago. So if you want to, you know, watch it, the whole thing later, it's a sumo game. Okay, let's see. Sumo is a Japanese form of wrestling. It is tied to Shinto, a Japanese religion, and it has many traditions that sumo wrestlers must strictly follow. Okay, I'm gonna kind of fast forward to the end so I can show you. Okay, this is what the sumo wrestler will look like. Back. So before I'm done, I'm gonna crease it one more time, and then I am going to make it stand up, and our sumo wrestler is complete. Your sumo wrestler needs at least one opponent, so make sure you make more than one sumo wrestler. When you have at least two, then they'll be ready to fight. Okay, now we're gonna play the sumo game. So find a friend, I'm here with my dad, and have them pick whichever sumo wrestler they'd like to use. Okay, I'll use this one. So all you have to do is we place our sumo wrestlers in the middle, and then we're gonna tap the edges of the box until one of them either falls over or falls out of the ring. And whichever one is left standing wins. Okay, ready? Go! Yes! I won! Okay, we'll do it one more time. Do you want the same sumo wrestler? Yeah. Okay. Just put the right. Okay, ready? Set, go! I won again! Woo! So you can try with lots of different sumo wrestlers and lots of different opponents and see who wins. Have fun! Okay, so that link was in the chat. So if you want to do one more super fun, I think, interactive game with sumo, you don't have to make the box. You just really need something you can tap with a circle on it, and then it will work. But I think if we're going to go until 3, does anyone have any questions or want me to show them something one last time before we go?
Can you show me how to do the crane again, like from the square?
From the square? Okay, guys, I'm gonna go really, really fast. Is that okay? I'm gonna just do the crane as quickly as I can. Now, I was talking about the 1,000 paper cranes. There's a
Meant
famous...
the flapping crane.
Huh?
The flapping crane.
The flapping, yeah, it's the same. It's the same for both. There's a famous book that I read when I was in elementary school called Sadako and the 1,000 Paper Cranes, and it's about a girl who she ended up having cancer because of things that happened in World War II. But she was sick, and so she wanted to make 1,000 paper cranes in order to wish to be better. And so she started making them. Her friends and family started making them, and she actually didn't finish making 1,000 before she passed away, but now 1,000 paper cranes are kind of a symbol for peace and for wishing for health and happiness. So you'll actually see 1,000 paper cranes at a lot of museums and places where they celebrate peace and tolerance. So I saw a whole bunch of like like sets of 1,000 paper cranes at the Museum of Tolerance in Los Angeles. Okay, is this the square you're talking about? I hope so. Okay, here I go. I'm making a kite. Maybe some of you who are so good at origami are making it just as fast or even faster than me right now. Sometimes people make 1,000 paper cranes for weddings. I had to help when my uncle got married. We made 1,000 paper cranes for his wedding. Yeah, the crane's really hard, but if you practice, you'll get really good at it. And this is like the origami that people make. This is like the most famous one. Okay, so I made my kite. Whoa, I dropped it. I fold the top and then I fold it the other way. Okay, now is the tricky part. I'm gonna open it up, just the top flap, and fold it up to this fold right here. Then I'm gonna fold the bottom first, back along the same folds, and then I gotta stick my fingers in there. Hopefully this is a little bit of review. Okay, cool. The recording will be emailed. Yeah.
Actually, we'll just watch the video because I think I messed up on the square part.
All right. I'm gonna finish this crane though
My
because
frog didn't jump, and when I tried pulling back the swan's thing, it didn't even do a barely even. Hey, I think I have someone who is right next to my home, and she's my friend, and next to her there's like this persimmon tree, and she has a dog, and yeah.
oh,
I don't know if
that
it's
is very famous in Japan too. Okay.
I don't know if she's you or something, but I don't know. It just confused me a bit.
Yeah, I think a lot of Japanese people like persimmon. They call it kaki.
Yeah, and I live and my address is 415 Keith Drive, and I live on this place.
Nice. Okay, I'm almost done with my flapping crane. That was so fast. I made so many cranes that I got really fast at it. Okay, I'm almost done. And now I'm done. Okay, remember, I warm up the wings by kind of bending them down and forward a little bit. You can stick your fingers in here to kind of open that up because that's what does the flapping. Okay, and then I'm gonna grasp it right here inside the wings on the tail, and then right here, and then it's flying. Yeah. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna stop now because I think we have a little bit of time left for Melissa and Miwa to talk. Thanks, everyone.
That's a very amazing crane. I tried doing it, but it ended up very messy because it was very small. When I tried cutting the paper, it became like a triangle.
Yeah, maybe try with a bigger piece of paper. That might help. That's true.
Miss Endo, thank you so much. While we were sitting here, my son popped his frog into my drink. We're gonna have to watch the video again so we can make another one. So everybody, don't worry, I'm gonna email this recording out so you can watch it and you can hit pause whenever you need to. I hope everybody had a good time today. Tell your parents there's some other classes going on this month. We have another teacher who's going to help us learn about nature journaling, a visit to the Humane Society to meet some animals. Oh, Miss Miwa did one. Nice job. So tell your parents if you had fun, there's some other classes that you can sign up to do, okay? Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a good Wednesday afternoon. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
No.
Bye. Bye, Miss Sandra.
Hi, Adrian. Bye, Dorian.